Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, I want to share a special story with you. It's a simple story told in easy English, but it carries a deep message. It's about a young girl named Anna who followed her dreams, even when the road was hard. It's about loneliness, courage, and how one small act of kindness can change a life. Anna's journey is one many people can relate to. She left her small home behind and stepped into a busy, unfamiliar world. She felt scared. She failed many times, but she didn't stop. And in the end, her story became one of success and inspiration. So sit back, relax, and let's begin this powerful journey together. Anna was only 18 years old when she left her quiet village and moved to the city. She had always dreamed of going to university. She wanted to study, learn, and build a better future for herself and her family. When she arrived, the city seemed huge. There were tall buildings everywhere, so many people, and noise all around. Cars rushed down the streets. Lights flashed from every corner. It was exciting, but it also made her feel very small. She found a small room to rent. It had one bed, one small desk, and a tiny window that looked out onto a busy street. She didn't bring many things with her, just a suitcase, a notebook, and her dreams. It wasn't perfect, but she told herself, "This is the beginning." Anna joined the university with high hopes. But soon, she realized the journey was not going to be easy. Most of the classes were in English, and she had a hard time understanding. The teachers spoke fast. The other students seemed confident and knew what to do. Anna felt lost. She was too afraid to ask questions in class. She sat quietly, trying to take notes, but the words didn't make sense. Her mind was full of doubt. She studied every night, but when the first exam results came, her heart sank. She had failed. She sat alone in her room, holding the paper in her hands. Tears filled her eyes. She missed her home, her mother's food, the quiet life of her village. She felt like she didn't belong in the city. Many nights, she cried herself to sleep. She thought about giving up. Maybe she wasn't smart enough. Maybe this dream was too big for someone like her. The city that once looked so bright now felt cold and unkind. But deep inside, a small voice whispered to her, "Don't give up." Not yet. One cold evening, Anna went to a nearby park. She sat on a bench, watching the city lights in silence. She didn't notice the old woman who sat beside her until the woman gently asked, "Are you okay, dear?" Anna hesitated, then nodded slowly. She didn't know why, but she started talking. She told the woman everything, how hard the classes were, how she felt alone, and how she didn't know if she could continue. The woman listened quietly, then smiled and said, "Every tree you see around you started as a tiny seed. You're just growing. Give yourself time." Those words stayed in Anna's heart. They gave her a little hope. The next morning, she made a decision. She took out her notebook and made a plan. She would learn slowly, step by step. She would not worry about being the best. She would just try her best. She started going to the library every day after class. She read simple books. She wrote down new words in a notebook. She watched English videos with subtitles and repeated the sentences out loud. She started to speak to herself in English at home. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. To earn a little money, she found a part-time job in a small bookstore. The pay was low, but it was enough for food. And there, she was surrounded by books. Her favorite thing. One afternoon, while she was reading during her break, a woman came into the store and noticed her with an English grammar book in her hand. "Are you studying English?" The woman asked kindly. Anna nodded shyly. I'm an English teacher, the woman said with a smile. Would you like some help? Anna was surprised. She had never imagined that someone would offer help just like that. She said yes, her voice soft, her eyes a little wet. The teacher's name was Sarah. She met Anna once a week after work, helping her with grammar, pronunciation, and writing. Sarah encouraged her to speak, to make mistakes, and to keep trying. Slowly, things began to change. Anna started answering questions in class. She made a few friends from her study group. She passed her next exam, not with the highest grade, but she passed. That night, she smiled for the first time in a long time. Her confidence grew. She wasn't afraid to ask questions anymore. She wasn't afraid to try. 2 years later, Anna stood on a big stage during her graduation ceremony. She wore a cap and gown, and her name was called with pride. Her teachers clapped. Her classmates cheered. She gave a small speech in English. Her voice was calm and clear. I came to this city with a heart full of fear, she said. But I learned that failure is not the end. It's just a lesson. I failed many times, but every failure taught me something important. Each time I fell, I learned how to get back up. I didn't grow strong overnight. It took time. There were days filled with doubt and nights full of tears. There were moments when I asked myself, is this worth it? Moments when I thought I wasn't good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough. But each of those hard days was part of the journey. Failure wasn't the end. It was the beginning of something new. I started to understand that when I fail, I'm not losing. I'm learning. I'm becoming better. I'm building strength that no classroom can teach. In my darkest hours, I reminded myself of why I started. I thought about the little girl sitting under the tree in my village, dreaming about the big city. She believed in something more. She wanted a better life. I didn't want to give up on her. I didn't want to let her down. That thought kept me going, step by step. Even when everything felt heavy, I learned to be patient with myself. I stopped comparing my journey to others. Some students around me were faster, some were more confident, some never seemed to struggle like I did. But I stopped asking, why can't I be like them? And started asking, how can I be better than yesterday? That small change in my thinking changed everything. I began to enjoy learning. I stopped being afraid of mistakes. I started speaking in class, even when my grammar wasn't perfect. I made friends who didn't laugh at my accent. They supported me. And most importantly, I started to believe in myself. Not because I was the best, but because I didn't stop trying. I also learned the power of kindness. One act of kindness, a stranger in the park, a teacher in the bookstore, changed my entire path. That's why I try to be kind to others, because we never know how much someone might be struggling. A small word of hope can light up someone's darkest night. And today, I'm standing here, not just as a graduate, but as a girl who was once broken, scared, and lost, and who found her way back by never giving up. I want to tell everyone listening, if you're going through a hard time, please don't give up. Don't let failure stop you. Don't believe the voice that says, you're not enough. That voice is lying. Believe this instead. You are growing. You are learning. You are stronger than you think. It's okay to go slow. It's okay to fall. Just keep getting up, keep walking, keep trying. Even if your steps are small, they still count. Even if your voice shakes, speak your truth. Because every great story has struggle. Every success has a beginning filled with doubt. You are not alone. Many people have felt what you're feeling, and they made it. you can too. And when you finally reach your goal, when you stand at the top of your own mountain, you'll look back and realize every tear, every failure, every lonely night was worth it. Today is not just about wearing a cap and gown. It's about honoring the journey. It's about remembering that the road to success is not straight or smooth. It's full of turns, challenges, and lessons. And that's what makes it beautiful. Thank you for being part of my journey. And thank you to every teacher, every friend, every kind stranger who helped me along the way. Now, I want to make a difference in the lives of others. I want to help students who feel like I did. I want to be the person who says, you can do it, and really means it. I want to be a light, just like others were for me. This is not the end. It's the beginning of something bigger. And I'm ready. Thank you.